told me. He'll help us cut through all the suspicions, the misunderstandings.
I'm not so sure. Are you a Catholic priest?
Well, no, my son. Why do you ask?
I'm mestizo. Don't trust the Catholic Church. Or lawyers.
Oh no, don't worry. He's Hispanic, from an old family, since the Spanish land grant days.
And just who granted this land to the Spanish so that they could be so generous?
I don't know. Now that you ask, it must have been the crown, I suppose.
Aren't you just begging?
I beg your pardon?
See? You are, aren't you? The question, Padre. Why did these royal rapists get the land?
Please, just call me Pepe. And yourself?
Call me Che. Like him. I study medicine. Or did until my visa became suspicious. I'm sorry to appear so angry. It's just this damn hypocrisy. My fiancée, she's an Anglo-American. Her father called his congressman an old college chump. Do you know what he told him? 9/11.
Perhaps you terrorized a petri dish with American microbes of your medical lab, yes? Okay, sorry. Che, perhaps we're letting the heat of the moment get to us.
What are you doing here, Father Pepe?
Okay, well, I minister to migrant families. You see, I have a visa for this very purpose. Would you like to see it? It's been signed by the Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security, Mr. Valdez.
I suppose Mr. Valdez's family also had a Spanish land grant way back when. So, why hasn't he returned your call?
I don't have his number. I don't know him personally, but I suppose Senor Tolero might. You know, the lawyer from the defense fund?
Tell me, Father Pepe, what will Mr. Tolero be telling Assistant Secretary Valdez if he had his number?
That perhaps there's been some sort of mistake. You know, there's been a rumor about somewhere in the camps about these fanatical Islamic terrorists tormenting trouble. You know, that Carlos the Jackal fellow, he worked for such employers.
In other words, 9/11, your name came up. Carlos.
As well as yours in some way.
You see how they operate? Now they have us doubting one another. Do you know your history, Father Pepe?
As well as any man does.
Then you may have heard of 1492. The Pope at the time. Ah, yes. A guy named Chris Colombo. All of this from him. Then to those choice Spanish land grants for favor grows out of Ferdy and Isabella at war with Islam in Iberia. Old Spain, España. So they beat up all the Moors, and Granada get the Pope Al VI to issue a bull. Well, every time I think of that term, papal bull, I think of Freudian slips. This bull authorizes rape, pillage, and enslavement, and confiscation of land and all other native stuff, especially gold found in heathen lands by any Christian noble. Oh, P.S. The Portuguese crown got so nervous, so another bull goes out later by another papal bull shooter, dividing, I'm not making this up, the whole world between Spain and them. Line of demarcation, it was called. Oh, civilized South.
You're quite knowledgeable. Did you study history undergraduate?
Call it a hobby. I'm mestizo. Remember? Oh, but it gets better. Fast forward to 1823. U.S. of A. A Supreme Court Chief Justice Marshall, blood cousin to Mr. All Men Are Created Equal. forgetting about the First Amendment thing about church and state, adopts this doctrine of discovery bowl, whole cloth directly from Catholic canon laws. Religious courts existed with lots of powers. Then to deny native Indians. There's that dismissive name again. Of East is West Colombo. Any reason to sell the land they occupy. More bull about their animal-like status. Google it, man! Johnson versus McIntosh.
There's the deepest irony here. 1492 and now, it's like they're both 9/11s. Terroristas!
Gentlemen, I'm sorry I'm late. I had a last-minute family crisis come up. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Well, shall we to business?
Yes, so as long as it's not too troubling or taxing.
We shall see. And thank you for your courtesies. Real estate, that sort of like dry, technical thing. It says here you hold a special visa reference.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's been signed by the Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security, Mr. Valdez.
I've had some dealings with his
Do
office.
you have his number?
I beg your pardon?
No need to, eh? His telephone number. We were talking and agreed that it might be helpful, useful, you know.
Actually, I didn't agree to anything, but I just said I didn't have it.
I must say, your T-shirt is hardly helpful, useful. Please cover it up.
You mentioned real estate. Could it involve the land grants?
Listen, I am here to help.
Oh, how
I
about
know it's not-
the government terrorizing us? Okay, help me understand how we sit in a city with a Spanish name. A state with a Spanish name. With about to be submitted to an inquisition with a decidedly Spanish flavor. Detained by descendants of a breed that caused a guy named Thoreau to write civil disobedience.
My son!
But out, father! And it's J. Remember.
All right, look, we're all in this together. We're all on the same page. But do not insult Senor Toledo as though he is part of the problem, please.
Yes, Thoreau, who went to jail over not paying taxes in support of a government hell-bent on stealing half of Mexico. Che, mira. I know the history of my people who settled this land long before that war of cultural imperialism. Look, if it helps, even those Oxcam British pythons knew no one expected the Spanish Inquisition.
Aha! I was right about the land grant. Exactly, what was it? Oh, screwed by Guadalupe Hidalgo. That suicide note Mexico was forced to sign, ending that land grab Thoreau and a backwoods congressman named Lincoln vehemently opposed.
How are you so well informed?
Internet. No excuse anyone, especially like me, not knowing this stuff.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Yes, my family, they held grants under the Diego de Vargas.
From the 1680s Pueblo Revolt. The Treaty of Cordoba. Recognizing all full human and legal rights to all natives as citizens.
Are you sure you don't want to study law as well as medicine?
The law should be the medicine, but the body politic.
So long as that body recognizes all of its parts. Terroristas!
Well, shall we give Assistant Secretary Valdez a call?
Yes, perhaps it is time. Time to turn to a higher power.